Hi, Mike here. I'm with my Rheem hybrid water heater. I've done a lot of videos about this unit. I've gotten tons and tons of views, tons and tons of questions. And one question that constantly comes up is about venting this unit, which totally makes sense. This is a heat pump on the top of this water heater. What it does is it exchanges the heat into the tank and it blows out cold air. So it sucks in all the hot air up here, blows out the cold air. And I was having an issue with my basement, 1,000 square foot basement, and it was really cooling this whole area down, okay? So a lot of people, they go, well, you know what? I think you should just vent this out to somewhere that's cold. And I want to talk about why I did or didn't do it, or why you might want to do it to your unit and maybe not do it to your unit. So I want to get to all those in this video. All right, so this video is about venting, so just want to be clear with what I'm talking about when I'm saying venting. This unit pulls air in up here and it blows air out here, okay? So you can actually use a vent or an HVAC vent to direct the cold air wherever you want it, or you can pull warm air from wherever you want it, okay? So that's what I'm talking about when I say venting. That's what this video is about. All right, so what I did was I put this together with some points, okay? So venting it outside. Now, there's some issues with venting it outside, okay? The first thing that comes to mind if you do some research, you read some research papers out there, is really what it does is it actually causes negative pressure within the house. Okay, so now your water heater is pulling air in, right? And then it's exhausting it out the house, okay? So it's basically creating like a vacuum. And then what happens is that air has to be replaced by something, and the only place it can replace air from is the outside. So actually what you're doing is you're pulling cold air into the house, and then you're exhausting it out through your water heater. So is that really going to be that efficient? I don't know. So that's one reason why you may not want to vent. Now, not one of these is enough, not one of these reasons is enough not to vent, but I think if you put it all together, it can really help you decide if you want to vent your particular unit. And I'm going to get into the end of why you would want to vent your unit. So one is negative pressure. Okay, it's causing negative pressure. You're pulling cold air from the outside into the house. Okay, think of it as opening up a window and putting a fan in it and just running it full time. You know, it's going to pull the air and push it outside. The next thing you need to consider is this is kind of more of a safety thing. Gas appliances. If you have gas appliances in your house, or if you have a fireplace, right? So imagine these things running. You're running your gas stove, you're running your fireplace, and this unit turns on, right? It's going to cause negative pressure. It's actually going to possibly pull these fumes into the house and towards the water heater, right? Just so you can exhaust that cold air outside. All right, so again, that's a consideration, ways to get around it, but it's something you need to think about, okay? If you're going to vent your unit outside. So the cold air is coming out of the water heater, right? It feels like an air conditioner. Now, okay, again, you're like thinking, well, just vent that outside where you don't want it. Well, think about it. Cold air is actually the absence of heat. So technically, the damage has already been done. When that hot air that's in your house was pulled into that water heater, into that heat pump, and then the cold air was exhausted, that cold air being exhausted really doesn't matter. The damage was done when the hot air was pulled into the hot water heater. With that being said, you know, thinking about all these different things, and there could be other things. This is why I decided not to vent mine outside. I definitely anticipated doing it, but I didn't. After I did a little research on this unit, I decided not to vent it outside. I just thought it was not a good idea for my particular house, okay? But there are reasons you may want to vent this, and let's get into those. Okay, so now I want to talk about when I possibly would, I would vent my unit, okay? But before I do, I'm going to please ask a favor from you. Please subscribe to the channel if you could. Free for you, means a lot to me. Please also like this video, please comment it, please share it, you know? Okay, so when would I vent my unit? I would vent my unit if I was building a brand new house and I was putting one of these units in my house, or I was having my house completely gutted and I was having my house redone, and I would also get one of these units. But having that unit alone and venting it outside is not enough. You actually need to have an ERV installed to your house, which is basically what that is it's a fresh air intake for your house. Okay, so think of it as an automatic window that opens every time that water heater starts to run. So it has to be kind of programmed together, no big deal. It's expensive, right? But basically what that does, that keeps you from pulling any of these fumes from your fireplace, from your stove, you know, and it stops that from coming in. And usually those units, they temper the cold air coming into the house as well. So it's a very efficient way to do it. You know, most people probably don't have the luxury of having one of those installed in their house, but that's when I would do it. The other reason why I would vent it is if I'm like if I wanted the area to be cold, right? So let's say it's the summertime and I want the room next to it to be cold. Well, let me vent the cold air into there. You know, again, cold is the absence of heat, so you'd have to also vent the intake and the outtake to whatever room you're attempting to cool down. But it's actually a very beneficial thing, you know. Or maybe like it's in a room where there's a lot of stereo equipment or something like that, where, you know, it's hot. So there's some reasons why I maybe would vent it. But if you're trying to vent it to keep an area from getting cold, I just don't think exhausting it to the outside, if you're in a cold climate, really makes any sense. In most cases, there definitely are cases out there to do it. All right. So please like, please subscribe, please comment. You know, hey, my thoughts may change. I may vent it in the future. And if I do, I will put another video out as an apology, and I'll explain why I decided to vent it. But as of now, because of these reasons, altogether, I'm not venting my water heater. All right, so you're saying, well, don't vent it outside. Then what's your solution, Mike? You know, do I just let it cool down my basement? Well, no. What I have done is I have put my water heater in electric mode, which is electric resistance mode. So basically what I did is I kind of neutered it and I just made it a normal electric water heater. Now, yeah, that does cost more, and it costs about 5 times as much to run in just electric mode versus hybrid mode. Benefit is I'm not cooling down my basement or wherever it's located. But yeah, I got to pay a little bit extra. And I did a full breakdown of the numbers of how much it costs to run in electric mode versus hybrid mode. And I'll put the card right here, the link to that video right here, so you can click on that. It's not as much as you think, but it's definitely, you know, it's enough that you should definitely know, you know, how much it's going to cost. A favor from you, please subscribe to the channel if you could. Free for you, means a lot to me. Please also like this video. Please comment it. Please share it.